Hi, I'm Constance Dietrickx, and welcome to this edition of Scenes from a Smoke-Filled Room. I want to talk to you today about a topic that I hear over and over from leaders, and for good reason. The question is, how do we groom people for future leadership roles? Well, you know, that word grooming does make you think of things like haircuts and manicures and table manners, and those things are important for credibility, but it's a lot more than that. Here's what I see people typically do. First of all, they tell people to look the part. Good advice. You can hire a specialist in that. They'll whip them into shape in half a day. Not a big deal. The second thing companies typically do is they send people off to executive education. Seems like a good idea, right? Let's send them to Harvard for strategy and send them to Kellogg for marketing. Great place to go for marketing, by the way. And that's good. But do you know what the number one outcome of executive education programs is? The number one outcome. It's interaction with same-level peers from other companies. That's a good thing to know. It's a valuable thing, but it isn't the content of the education itself that's number one. The third thing that companies do, and this is really too bad, is they put people in ceremonial roles where they have little to no risk. They basically send them on a fluffy tour of duty. Now, nobody admits this, by the way. I mean, none of you are raising your hands, I'm sure, saying, oh yeah, we've done that. It's a little embarrassing, but it happens. So what do you do instead? First of all, you put people in a real role where they have a real responsibility, where they're accountable for an outcome. They have to demonstrate their professional growth. And they must have real risk attached to this assignment, whether it's a 1 year or it's a couple of assignments, whatever it is, there has to be the possibility of failure. And why is that? Because otherwise they don't earn credibility with the rest of the organization, and that's the last thing you want. While you're doing this, you've put them in a real role. They have real responsibility and real risk of failure. Here's the secret ingredient. They need honest-to-goodness support. They need support from you, their boss, support from their peers, and they need the advice and counsel from somebody who's outside the company. And the reason is that the things that they will go through and learn need to be shared with someone and explained to somebody who's not a technical expert. And why? Because that cements the learning, and that's great for them, and it's fantastic for your company.